Herod died, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel. For those who were seeking the child's life are dead." Then Joseph got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was ruling over Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And after being warned in a dream, he went away to the district of Galilee. There he made his home in a town called Nazareth, so that what had been spoken through the prophets might be fulfilled. He will be called a Nazarene. This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. You know, if we take note of the pattern of scriptures here, and scriptures in the birth story, we see an angel who visits Zechariah and says to him, "Do not be afraid." Mary has a divine visit from an angel of the Lord. And the angel opens in the conversation with Mary, "Do not be afraid." Joseph has a visit from an angel before he takes Mary as his wife. And the angel says, "Do not be afraid." An angel appears to the shepherds and states to them, "Do not be afraid." We see other angelic visits and divine visits throughout Scripture. Messengers sent by God to deliver a message and protect his people. Herod had plans to betray the wise men. They returned home by another way. An angel had visited them in a dream and sent a message from God of protection. God was protecting the wise men, and they obeyed those words, that message. They paid homage, they worshiped the Messiah, and then God revealed the ill wills that Herod had for both them and the infant child. An angel appears again to Joseph after Jesus is born and warns them to flee because Herod plans to kill baby Jesus. In the middle of the night, he packs up baby and Mary, and off to Egypt they go. God protected them. God sent his messengers to engage his people and to warn them of impending danger. God gave specific directions to each and every one to help them to maintain their safety. You know, there have been a number of occasions that I have felt God's protection. Driving down the road, have any ever gotten this eerie feeling that, or sensation that something might be happening? I know I have. I've gotten that sensation and I began to slow down that vehicle only to have a deer jump out of the ditches in front of me. And I've been traveling at that same rate of speed, only moments that I had been only moments before, I would start the deer, perhaps without a chance to even touch the brakes. And the results of such an accident can be catastrophic. And yet, for some reason, I was warned of this impending danger and encouraged, directly or indirectly, to slow the vehicle down just before the deer had appeared. Not too terribly long ago, an incident like this happened when Donna and I were returning from Lapeer. I had just started slowing the vehicle down, and Donna asked, "Why are you slowing down?" And I said something like, "Well, there's a lot of deer in this area," and just as those words escaped my mouth, deer jumped out and crossed the road, running across right in front of us. You know, some might call it coincidence. Others might say, "I saw something, and that's what I responded to." I call it God's protection, a divine visitation. Something like what the Magi and Joseph had experienced. God's messenger sent to protect us. And I could have also chose to ignore that feeling that I had. To use my own free will to overlay that sensation that I had received. Continued at the speed that I had been at. And well, the results could have been much different. Free will would have allowed the Magi to continue on and go back to Herod. But instead they chose to listen to the messenger and to obey God's direction. Free will would have left Joseph and Mary in Bethlehem to be slaughtered, as opposed to fleeing to Egypt and obeying God's protective message. As God protected them, God protected Donna and I on that night. And I've seen this in numerous other occasions where God's protection is available to us if we are willing to listen and to obey. You know, interestingly enough, in 2009, I had a couple of trees in our backyard in Armada that needed to come down. And I went to start the chainsaw and discovered the plug was fouled. I had no spares. So in the car I went off to the store to purchase some more plugs. On my way, I pulled up to a stop sign at an intersection. I looked both ways. See nothing, I started out. And from behind the telephone pole, the only thing I saw was the looming grill of a Dodge Ram, rattling at 60 miles an hour or more. I knew I was going to get hit. I stomped the throttle, whipped the wheel, and the sound of that impact will never escape me. It was like an explosion was set off inside of my car. Glass blew out, the frame bent, the roof wrinkled and peaked. The car lifted off the driver's side tires. Both passenger tires blew out, bursting from the rims. I remember being hit in the side of the head by something, and then things went a bit dark. I could hear. I knew there was activity going on around me, but it was all very distant. As I gained my senses back, I tried to get out of my seat and realized I was trapped. I wiggled, squirmed, worked my shoulders. I was having trouble breathing through the whole process. I managed to get free from the seat. I tried to open my door and couldn't, so I wrenched myself through and across to the passenger side, opened the door, and rolled out into the road. Thankfully, there were no other cars coming by. Thankfully, several hours later, in an emergency room, after my first ambulance ride, I found out that there were no real serious injuries. I was badly bruised. I had a broken sternum and some burns as a result of the crash. The following day, we went to the yard to recover my personal belongings from the car and to look at the damage. And Donna saw something that in the car that I hadn't. I had missed entirely. The Ram pickup truck had struck me square in the driver's door. But by some force or some miracle, you could see where the force had been redirected as it slid down the side of the vehicle. And most of the damage was to the passenger door, the rear driver's door. You could see that first point of impact in the side of my car, but you could see that it was all redirected after that behind for the middle center post of the vehicle. The door was pushed in at least 14 inches and clearly would have completely crushed me had it not been moved. Jonah said it was God's angel protecting him. Some force that moved that ram's point of impact from my driver's door where it first touched toward the back of the vehicle, bringing less harm to me. You know, some will say it's coincidence. Others will say the momentum of my vehicle carried me past it. Yet others would claim that the impact deflected the ram from where it initially struck. I say it was God. God was protecting me. See, God had some plans for me that had not yet been revealed. Plans that I didn't yet understand. I was not a candidate for ministry yet. I had not led my friend to Christ yet. I was still a work in progress. And God protected me. In this line of thought, I can't help but be reminded of Scripture again. 3 guys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who were cast into a furnace. A furnace that was so hot when the doors were open, the guards were burned up and trying to throw them in. And God protected them. They emerged from that furnace with not even a singe on their clothing. Some might have tried to call it coincidence. Others might say, oh, the furnace wasn't that hot. We know it was God who protected them. And in the midst of that furnace, King Nebuchadnezzar saw 4 people, but only 3 had been cast in. The 4th was Emmanuel, God with us. God protected those 3 men. And God protects us today. You know, I didn't see an angel deliver me a message. I had no dreams at the time that told me what to do, or that this coming crash was an impending event in my life. But something did tell me to stomp that accelerator when I saw the Dodge Ram. I could have chosen not to. First reaction might have been to hit the brakes or to try to swerve away from the vehicle that was coming toward me. Instead, I turned toward it and hit the gas. And that's what saved me from a much worse outcome. God protects us physically, spiritually, and emotionally. We just need to trust Him, to listen to those whispers that He shares us, to pay heed to those instructions when they're given to us. God protected the wise men. God protected Joseph. God protected Mary. God protected Jesus. And God protects you. Allow for God's protection. Listen and obey. For through our God, we have a Father's